Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing great. In today's video, we're going to learn how to download and install Oracle 19c database software. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is to open our browser and then type Oracle 19c download Linux and then enter. Now it will bring you to this link where you have Oracle Database 19c download for Linux x86-84. So go ahead and click on it. And then you see these two files. One is .rpm and then the other one is a zip file. So go ahead and click on the link for the zip file to download. Sometimes you may be asked to log in with your single sign-on account. If you have one, please do well to log in. If you don't, then you have to create one. It's a very simple form to fill, just your email and some basic information. So go ahead and click on this link to download. In my own case, I've already downloaded, so I will not click the link because the file is very large, about 2-point-something gigabyte. So if you want to download, just go ahead and click this link to download. Okay, so now that you've downloaded the file, the next thing you want to do is to create a shared folder. This shared folder is to be created with your Linux VM turned off. So you can look at my VirtualBox and observe that my machines are all turned off. So I'm going to click on settings and then I'll come to shared folders and then I'll click on this icon to add a new shared folder. And then I'll click on this drop down list and say order. Now I'll click on desktop and then choose Oracle 19c. Now this folder I already created on my Windows machine. It's on my desktop. So I'll click on this and then select folder. Now after this, I'll select auto mount and I'll click OK and click OK again. Then I'll start my machine now. Okay, so we're at the login page. I'll just type my password. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is to switch the user to the root user. Okay, so I'll open a terminal and then do su space root and then type the root password. Okay, and then I'm going to run this command, usermod -a -g space vbox sf t god gifts, and then I'll enter. And then I'll type to reboot the machine. Again, I've logged in. Okay, so one command we have to run is the ifconfig command. We're running this command because we need to reveal our IP address, and then I'll tell you what we're going to do with it. So we do this, and then we come here. This is our network adapter, and then this is our IP address. So I'm going to copy this copy this, and then I'll clear my screen. And then another command we need to type is host name to reveal the host name of our machine. So you can see testdb.com. You might be wondering why we are typing these commands. Just follow me closely. Okay, so again, I'm going to switch user to the root user. And then I'll run this command, vi space /etc/hosts, and then enter. Now I'll type I to go to the insert mode, come down to this line, and then paste the IP address, and then press the tab key and type our host name testdb.com, and then press tab again and type the machine name testdb. Okay, and then once I'm done, I'll hit the escape key to get out of this mode, and then I'll do shift and colon WQ and the exclamation mark and enter. So I'm out of this. Now the next command I want to run is yum install -y oracle database pre-install -19c. Now this installation method will work for both 18c and 12c. Now the reason why I am using 19c is because it has a longer term support. So that's why I'm using 19c. So this yum command will actually install everything that will enable you successfully install the Oracle software. In previous releases, everything was done manually. You have to run quite a number of commands before you get to install the Oracle database. But beginning from release 12c, some of the processes have been automated with just one command. So I'm going to hit the enter, and then you see that all the prerequisites, everything that is needed to install the Oracle software will start installing. So we're going to allow this process to complete. We're going to allow this process to finish running before we continue. While this is going on, I'd like to pause this recording and then come back when it's complete. Oh, it's already done. It's already complete. All right, so the next thing we want to do is to type the command mkdir -p /u01 /app /oracle /product /19 /db_1. Okay, if you're installing 18c, you can replace the 19 with 18. If you're installing 12c, you can replace 19 with 12. And then I'll enter. And then the next command is to do change ownership. That's CHOWN space -arrow space oracle o install /u01. And then the next command is chain mode -arrow 775 /u01. And then I'm going to stop the firewall just in case it will block the installation. However, this is for training purposes only. Please do not do this in a corporate environment. So I'm going to do systemctl space stop firewall D. Okay, and it stopped. And then the same command, but this time I disable the firewall, and then don't forget to add the D. Okay, so it's done. Now, one of the things you will observe is that while this was running, okay, the user oracle was automatically created by that yum install command. So we'll have to change the password for the oracle user. So I'll do this password oracle. So it's showing me changing password for user oracle. It's requesting to retype the password. You can see all authentication tokens updated successfully. We've successfully changed the password for the user oracle. Now we're going to exit this prompt. We're going to exit this prompt. Okay, so I'm logging in as the Oracle user. Then I'll open a new terminal. Okay, so I'll do this vi space /home /oracle /bash. Sorry, this is .bash _ profile, and then enter. So I'm going to copy a particular script from here. Sorry. I'll copy the script. And then I'll hit the insert, hit I to insert, and then come here. And then paste. Paste. Okay. And then escape. Do shift and column, type WQ, and exclamation mark to save. And I've exited. I'll just exit, and then I'll log out. And I'll log in again. Okay, so I'll open another terminal. And I'll switch user to root and type the root password. And then I'll run the command usermod -a -g vbox sf space Oracle. Now this command actually grants the Oracle user access to the shared folder. Okay, so I'll enter. Exit, and then we'll log out. Log out, and then we'll log in again for it to take effect. So you remember that we already downloaded the software. Okay, so what we should do right now is move that software to the shared folder. So I'm going to open the location where I downloaded that file somewhere here. Just a second, and then this is it. So I'll move it to this shared folder. Okay, so we've successfully copied the file. Now next we'll go back to our Linux machine, and then I'll open this shared folder. You can see we have the file here. Now we're going to right click this and then say move to, and then come to other locations, computer, U01, app, Oracle, product, 19C, DB_1. And then we're going to click select here. So if you look at this point, you see this circle. We'll wait for this to complete. Wait for this whole process to complete. And then the next thing we're going to do is to unzip the file. So we wait patiently. Okay, you can see moved linux.x64_. So the next thing to do is to open a new terminal. Okay, the next thing to do is to unzip this file, space, and then enter. So you can see it's beginning to unzip the file, everything that is needed. So while this is going on, I'll pause this recording and come back when it's done unzipping. Okay, so the unzip process is completed. So the next thing we want to do is to type /run installer. Take note, I is capital letter. Okay, so this will launch the Oracle Universal Installer that will take us through the process of installing the Oracle database. So we have to wait patiently. Okay, so at the select configuration page, okay, we'll leave it at create and configure a single instance database. Okay, and then we click on next. Now at this select system class, we'll choose server class. And then click on next. At the database edition, we'll leave it at enterprise edition and click on next. The specify installation location, we leave the default and then we click on next. Now at the create inventory page, leave everything at default and then click on next. Now the select configuration page, leave it at the default general purpose stroke transaction processing and then click on next. Now at the specify database identifier, ensure that this is ticked, create as container database, and then click on next. Now at the specify configuration options, we have to click on sample schemas and check the box install sample schemas. So let's do this. We click on sample schemas and then we'll check this box that says install sample schema in database and click on next. Now at the specify database storage options, we just leave it at default and then click on next. At the specify management page, just go ahead and click on next. At the specify recovery page, go ahead and click next. Now at this specify schema password, click use the same password for all accounts and then type the password you want. Okay, go ahead and click on next. Okay, so leave everything at default and then click on next. Click on next. Now it has given us a summary of everything we selected. So if you are okay with all the options, go ahead and click on install. So the installation has started. Now, while this installation is going on, you want to look out for certain scripts that will pop up while the installation is on. These scripts are to be executed with the root privilege. So when they pop up, you just open a new terminal and then run the script as the root user. So I'll show you how this is done in real time while this is going on. But for now, I like to pause the video till we get to that point while this is running to save our time. Okay, you can see the scripts to be executed have popped up. So what I'll do, I'll open a new terminal here, open terminal. And then I'll switch the user to the root user. su space root. And then put the root password. Now these scripts are to be executed as root user. This is the first one. So I'll try to type this real quick. /u01/app/aura inventory /aura instructs.sh. Please type everything the way they appear. Okay, so this is complete. And then I'll execute the second one, /app/product/19/db_1/root.sh and enter. Okay, just enter. And then I'll click OK once I'm done. Okay, so the installation will continue from here. Okay, so I'm going to pause the recording. And then once the installation is complete, I'll come back and resume the recording. Okay, so the installation was successful. Now, the next thing you want to take note of is this URL here. This is the URL that will enable you connect and log into your Oracle Enterprise Manager Express. Okay, so you want to copy it and keep it safe. So once this is done, go ahead and click on close. And then you can exit all of these terminals. Exit all of these terminals and you can close this. So now that you're done installing your Oracle database, it's time to log in and take control of your database. So I am logged in as the Oracle user. Now, the first thing I want to do is to type lsnrctl space status. Now, this command is for the listener utility. Okay, we're typing this command to know the status of our listener, to know if the listener is up and running or it's down. Okay, so once I enter, you can see the details. The listener is up and running and it's supporting two services. First, it's supporting the container database, which is ORCL, and then it's also supporting the pluggable database, which is ORCL PDB. So you can see the services supported, instance ORCL, and then you can see this other service again, orclpdb.com. Okay, so let me clear my screen. And then I want to stop the listener. So what command do I use? The same lsnrctl space stop. You can see the command completed successfully. The listener has been stopped. If I try to check the status of the listener again using the command lsnrctl status, you see no listener. The listener is not running. So as the DBA, I want to connect to the database. All I need to do is to type SQLPlus and then it will request for the username. So I'll type sys as sysdba because that's who I am, the system database administrator. Enter, and then I'll type the password. Okay, so you can see I'm connected to the database. So I want to be sure if the database is running. I want to know if it's up and running or if it's down. So what command do I use? Select status from v $ instance. Now the v $ instance is a dictionary view. Okay, at some point in this lecture we'll talk about dictionary views. For now, this is the command to know if your database is up and running. So I'll hit enter, and then you can see the status. The database is open. So I want to shut down the database. How do I do? Shut down immediate. Okay, so the database is shut down. So I want to start the database, but I'm going to start it in a no mount state. So what do? I type startup no mount. So the database is started, but as it is like this, users will not be able to access any data. No user will be able to connect to the database. So I want to mount the database. What do? Alter database mount. Database altered, but database is still not open yet for users to connect. Okay, it's just mounted, but no connection will be allowed except for the sys user. So again, I want to open the database. What do? Alter database open. Database altered. Now the database is open to all users. All users can actually connect to the database. Okay, so I want to know which of the database I'm currently connected to. So I'll do show con _ name. Okay, these are commands that you need to get used to because you'll be using them often. So it's showing me that I am connected to the roots database, okay, which is CDB $root. Now this is the container database. Okay, now I want to move to the Pluggable database. Okay, but before I do that, I can actually open the Pluggable database from here. All I need to do is very simple. Alter Pluggable database ORCL PDB open. Pluggable database altered. You can see it's successful. Now, another thing you can do, if you have more than one pluggable database and you want to open all of them at once, okay, you can use the command alter pluggable database all open. Database altered. Now I want to move to the Pluggable database because I'm still in the root database. Okay, to confirm, of course, you know the command by now, show con _ name. So I'm still in the roots database. I want to move to the Pluggable database. What do? I type the simple command alter session set container equal to ORCL PDB. You can see session altered. So if I type the command again, show con underscore name, you'll see that I am connected to the Pluggable database ORCL PDB. So these are few commands to enable you to take control of your database as a database administrator. So in our next video, we'll start looking at how to establish connections both as a client and as a sys user, and then different methods to connect the sys user. I hope you found this video interesting. If you did, kindly like it and share it. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel and turn on the notification bell icon so you don't miss out whenever I upload a new video. Thank you and bye for now.